Hi team, welcome to your Abs, Buns, and Guns. As always, you're gonna bring in your ankle weights for class today. If you don't have ankle weights or if you feel like they're a little bit too much for you, that's fine. You can do the whole class without them. You'll still get an excellent workout. You're also gonna bring in some dumbbells. So if you have more than one set, you're gonna bring in a light to medium set and then a medium to heavy set. The medium to heavy is really just gonna be used for one part of the upper body section, so you can leave that off to the side. And then your light set is gonna be splitting towards the maybe top portion of the mat. And we're gonna get started. We're gonna wear the ankle weights the whole time. And we're gonna flow through the movement. So as always, you're looking for your range of motion, your full expression of the movement. I'm gonna cue you through it, but it's really your experience and you're gonna get out whatever you want and whatever you put into it. So we're gonna get started. Seated position, ankles are gonna be crossed. Hands come onto the knees. You're sitting up nice and tall, so feel both of those sits bones right underneath you. Inhale as the chest comes forward, and then exhale as it goes back. So I'm leaning forward with the chest, almost like a cat and cow, but I'm adding the thoracic rotation, the circle. And then feeling the spine round as I shift back. Still trying to anchor the hips. And then just reverse the circle. I'm feeling the hips start to open up as the knees fall out. We're here for 3, 2, last one. You're gonna bring both feet flat on the floor, about hip width distance, sitting up nice and tall. Reach the arms forward, pack the shoulders down the back. Inhale at the top, exhale, pull the navel in, tilt the spine, roll back halfway. So we're going for a half roll back. Inhale at the top, exhale to roll back. Now there has to be a tilt of the pelvis in order to find your seated C curve and to articulate and roll down through the spine. If we didn't have that tilt of the pelvis, it would simply be a hinge back with a flat back. Puts a lot of pressure in the lumbar spine. So that's not really what we're looking for here. We want to actively bring the hip points towards the ribs, pulling the abs in and up and shoulders down the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming back to the top, grab 1 or 2 dumbbells, so either in both hands or flip one, and rolling back, hold here. You just have your overhead reach. So this can be challenging with or without the weight. Without the weight, it looks like this. You're just gonna reach the arms up, aiming to get the biceps next to the ears. Nothing changes with the torso, with the spine, with the core. The tendency for this movement is as we reach our arms up overhead, sometimes our ribs want to flare open and we lose our C curve. So that's where you're going to test the core strength by locking it in and really sweeping the arms forward and up and then reaching forward to come down. Last 5, 4, 3, squeeze through the inner thighs, 2, last one. Inhale at the top, grab both dumbbells this time, palms up, slight bend in the elbows, roll back and hold again, and we're just gonna march. So you're alternating, right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Keeping that beautiful seated C curve shape. Modification, you get rid of the dumbbells, or maybe these are tiny little lifts. Maybe you just start picking up the foot and placing it back down. So this starts to give you an idea of what those ankle weights feel like on the legs and how heavy it can be. For 5, 4, we add rotation, 3, 2, last one, reach forward, inhale at the top, exhale, roll back into your bow and arrow, pull your left elbow back as you reach your right arm forward. So you're now twisting through the obliques. Inhale at the top, exhale, roll halfway back, twist to the right. So this is kind of like you're stringing and pulling back on the bow and the arrow and reaching forward with the opposite hand. Exhale as you twist. Elbow doesn't necessarily need to touch the floor, but I really want you to focus on your waist, on the belly button, and on the side obliques. Last 10 seconds. And reach the opposite arm away from you. So we want to create some tension, even if you have light dumbbells. For 5, 4, 3, 2, come back and hold on the left. Little pulse, elbow back. And as you're pulling back with the elbow, you're trying to twist more with the obliques. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, right away to the other side. Just reach through the center, hold and pull back, little twist. Keeping the knees, the legs, the hips still for 10, 9, just the waist. For 6, 5, 4, elbow back. 3, 2, 1, release. Dumbbells are gonna go down. Top of the mat, you just take those out of the way for now. We'll come back to those in a second. You're gonna fold your left leg in and then roll all the way down onto your back. Your right leg is extended. Advance, this leg is gonna hover the whole time. Reaching both arms back behind you. Option to have dumbbells in the hands. Inhale. As you exhale, brush the right leg to the ceiling. Lift the head and shoulders off the mat. Find your C curve. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift. So I always reference an accordion because I think it's like, no one knows what that is anymore, but it's like the perfect example of something that has to open on both sides at the same time and that has to close evenly. So we don't want the upper body coming up separate from the leg or vice versa, the leg brushing before the upper body. They work together in harmony. Shoulders are plugged down the back. And as we lower to the floor, we're not releasing the rib cage and relaxing down at the bottom. So you're keeping that hollow body shape, actively pressing your lower back down into the mat. The left leg is folded in. Last 10. And we're gonna stay in this position and just add on with our core. 5. Exhale as you come up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just extend the leg, reach the hands back behind the ears, elbows wide. Inhale. As you exhale, you lift, and now the leg is bent. So option 1, you're just coming up into your C curve, pressing your lower back down. Advance, you're gonna come all the way up. So now we're adding the articulation of the spine, the roll up, with the leg coming into a tabletop. If you need to let the leg rest, let the leg rest, because it can be a lot for the quads and for the hip flexors. So let the back of the right thigh rest on the left heel. 15 seconds. Use the breath. Exhale. Use the abdominals to come up. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Roll up, stay up at the top, release the right leg. Keep the left leg where it is. All you're gonna do is bring the hands back behind you. I like to turn the fingertips out to the side. You can also open up the fingertips back, but I want external rotation, openness through the chest. Right leg is gonna open to the side, working through the inner thigh. And now you're gonna cross it, so you're closing the leg, lift your hips, and you extend the right leg on this front left diagonal. So it's reaching across the midline. And if you're gonna modify, you can leave the right leg bent, so maybe it doesn't go fully straight. Maybe you even leave the hips on the floor, right? So we can go open, close, lift, lower. Open, close, lift, lower. If you can, you're gonna extend the leg, pull it in. So you're gonna feel this through this entire inner thigh into the adductors. And then lift the hips, but stay open through the chest. So a lot of times when we come into this position, it ends up being rounded. So you've got plenty of options on where you want to take this. 15 seconds to go. Most of our drills today are going to be about a minute. You know how we do. It's plenty of time for you to work out the movement in your body. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Plant your right foot. Option to grab the dumbbell in your right hand. Now your left fingertips are going to turn to face the back wall. Open up through the shoulder.